Hello everyone! Today is a nice and green day for my portfolio, and the main reason it's green is because of a company not a lot of people know about called INND. So I want to talk about them today, but before that, in case you've been following the channel, you know a few things. A, I am not a professional investor or a financial advisor, none of what I say here is financial advice. B, that you probably need to click the bell, subscribe, comment, tell me why I'm an idiot in everything I say and why I'm wrong. This is the best way to learn, and this is why this channel exists, so we can learn together. C is that I hate Sndl. This is the one stock I've been talking a lot against, and honestly I'm super proud of myself because I literally made a video about that. I sold the stock at 159, and I made a video a week ago saying that, you know, I think this is completely overpriced and that this should be sold. When I made the video, this was at its peak, 162, maybe 160, maybe even higher, 167 or something, because that was at the peak, but somewhere it was the same day. And if someone listened to this video, he saved himself, like I did, 30% loss so far on this stock, so the call that I'm definitely most proud about. The reason I'm bringing it up now, though, is not to glance on how smart I am, even though I am amazing. The reason I am bringing this up now is because some news kinda came lately about Sndl. People are starting to talk about the short squeeze, so I want to address that. So the story is that some rumors have started floating around about Sndl and a potential short squeeze, and the reason this gets a lot of hype is because apparently whoever is shorting this is Citadel, which you all probably know from the GME story, right? Now, a few points about that. Those rumors are basically coming from lists like that, which are dark pool tradings or OTC, like over-the-counter trading. So basically tradings that you don't know anything about, and those are even not numbers that we can trust. As far as I understand, at least I wasn't able to officially verify those numbers. So the rumor is that Citadel is doing something over-the-counter with those stocks, which we don't know what. Now, I will say, we don't know what they're doing. They might be buying, they might be selling, there might be shorting. Is it a good guess that it's shorting? Yes. Probably a good guess. Does that mean that we will have a short squeeze? I mean, I know that everyone are super hyped about short squeezes since the GME story, but usually, guess what happens when people, you know, short and huge funds short? That's right, the stock gets shorted, it goes down, and people make money. At the end of the day, Citadel, as much as I don't like them, like most people on Reddit and YouTube, are not stupid. So buying into a stock that you think is bad, or in this case I think is bad, because it potentially has a short squeeze, is something I personally would not do. Can it be short squeezed? Maybe. There is always a chance of this happening. And if you believe in a company and you think the company is great and undervalued and it might have short squeeze, like I talked exactly about this scenario in CTRM, which so far has not been doing great, by the way, I have to admit that. But if you're a huge believer in Sndl and you think it's a great company, plus there might be a good chance for a short squeeze, then yeah, it might be a good move. But the fact that everyone are talking about short squeeze does not mean this is gonna go the same way like GME. I would be very careful, and I am not buying Sndl. I still think it's overpriced, and to me, when I see this, I don't see a potential short squeeze. I see it more as a, Citadel thinks the same thing I do. Interesting. So, of course, do your own research, not an advice, but this is how I'm playing this. Now, let's talk about what happens the last few days with Innerscope Hearing Technologies, INND. And the past 2 days, they are up 68%, which is crazy. This is a penny stock, And if we'll look, let's say 6 months back, you'll see that they've been sitting without anything, and they had a big bump, got to 0.07, sorry, and then kind of been trending, you know, without much happening. I bought in somewhere here around 0.027, so this was quite a ride. I was down, I think, 30% at some point. And now is the first day when I'm up on my investment, which I'm very happy about. We can see it in Yahoo Finances, because for penny stocks this shows this a bit better, and you can see this basically here. So who are they? Basically they are doing hearing solutions and, you know, hearing devices. But they're interesting because on one hand they're a very small company, on the other hand this is a $5 billion industry that is kind of not very innovative. So they are doing two very cool things. One is they are going directly to the consumer, meaning not going through doctors and stuff like that, which can be a huge plus for them. And they also have an hearing app. Their devices are connected to this app, so it's a bit more technologically advanced than other things out there. And given the fact that it's a $5 billion industry with not so much innovation as far as my research showed, this is a very interesting company, and that's why I decided to invest in it again roughly a month ago. So you can go on their website. They have been doing a lot of things lately, which is really cool to see. So they have like vitamins and stuff like that, which is actually not super interesting for us, sorry. But what is interesting is this direct-to-consumer hearing aids, and they have pretty big partnerships with Walmart, Amazon Prime, which you can get those things from, which is pretty great from them. I will say that they are pink currency, and they still have this stop sign, meaning they are not provided the information to remove this. Now, I won't get too deep into it, but this is not a great sign. Usually this means that they are not reporting the way we want them to be reporting as investors, and that there isn't enough information. That being said, I really like the fact that they have been open about it. They have been posting on their Twitter that they hired some really well-experienced accountant or something from a different big firm, which I can't remember, but if anyone wants to know exactly, I can post a link in the comments. And they are working to removing it. I think they said that this should be removed by the end of the month. We're pretty close to the end of the month, but even if it takes a bit more time, it's still a very good thing that they are aware of it, working on it, and, you know, actually working with their investors to show them that they are thinking about all those stuff. So that's a pretty good sign. In the past couple of months, there have been a lot of news. So first was on February 17th that they are launching their self-fitting direct-to-customer hearing aids with remote programming features, which is pretty cool. And then they completed the FDA Class 2 medical devices registration. That was March 3rd. March 10th, they signed a joint collaboration with GTX Corp. And March 16th, they are launching their test and fitting app, which is available on basically smartphones, so Android and Apple. You can download it, and here it says that it was reviewed over 440 times, and here I must say this is actually not a lot, but okay. And then March 25th, GTX Corp begins exporting hearing related products and rapid test kits to the UK, which is a nice progress. And Innerscope Hearing Technologies CEO to present the Emerging Growth Conference on March 31st. This was on Monday. Since then, the stock is trading up. Some people say it's because of this announcement, but that's kind of weird because I don't think anything here is really that interesting. If I'm honest, tell me if I'm missing something. I did want to mention this company. It's an interesting company. Again, it was kind of a ride for me because I got it 0.027, and the reason I got in is because I see the company is pretty active towards its investors. It's doing a lot of things. It's doing something I really believe in an industry that is fairly big. Again, 5 billion, we know industry is a lot bigger, but in this industry I don't see a lot of innovation. I don't see a lot of competitors for what they're doing, and I really like small companies, or even really small companies. In this case, well, I'm managing a company of 20 people, so everything is relative. But for the stock market, this is a very small company, and I really like small companies that are trying to do big things and kind of proving that they're on the right track. At least that's the way I see it. So I really like the stock. Would I think this is a good price at the moment for it? I have to say it's kind of hard to tell. This is one of the rare cases where I'm in penny stocks for the long run. Now I'll explain a bit more about what's the long run for me and then be done with this video. So 1 more minute of your time. I think this company is actually starting to look really good and do the right things and is managed really well from everything I can see, and that's why I got in. Again, it was a bumpy ride. I was down 30% at some point, but I was always thinking that they might do well on the long run, which is usually not how I think about penny stocks. Usually I want to double my money or make 50% of my money and get out and then be left with either flip the stock or get my initial investment out and play on house money, right? I'm still gonna do this here, and actually if I get 50% on this, I am going to sell my original investment and stay with the stocks that 50% gain will give me. And this is super fun, by the way, in case you haven't done this. Having in your portfolio a position which that your investment was already taken out and it's risk-free is really fun. I have not a lot of those. I have Mara like that, and the CCIV. Those are the two that I'm whenever I'm looking at them go down, I'm sad because I lost money, but then I go oh wait, but this is all house money, so I don't care. So this is super fun, and this is my plan here as well. But they are looking very good for the long term, so I would suggest doing more research into this than I can give in 10 minutes, and probably if I was to invest, I would definitely only invest in this money that I am completely willing to lose. This is a small penny stock at the end of the day, so whatever. Like I said, I was down 30%, but it's not a sum big enough for me to care anyway to begin with, because it's a super risky penny stock. Then again, it had a pretty big run in the last 2 days. The way I think this is gonna work is, this will cool off and then go back up and cool off. It is a penny stock, so very volatile, but I do expect it to do pretty well in the long run. I really like the company, and that's how I'm playing it. I'm gonna sell my position hopefully when I get 50% on my initial investment, and then just stay in for the long run with house money. Thanks for watching. Let's hope this day keeps being green, but for my portfolio this is great. I was looking at the portfolio, it was going great, and then I was like, oh wow, the stock that is doing the best is this cool little penny stock that I bought and kind of forgot because it was minus 30, so I was like, okay, let's see what it does in the long run. So fun news for me today. I hope you have good news in your portfolio today too. It's really fun finally seeing a nice green day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. So in case you like what I'm doing, like, bell, subscribe, let me know in the comments, yell at me, do something. Bye everyone.